What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Firstly, I want to have a conversation about Fani Willis. Now, Fani Willis, as we know, is the prosecutor involved with the Donald Trump case that is in Fulton County. We've had a myriad of professional sisters having issues in Fulton County, but Fani Willis is probably the most largest and notorious case. Fani Willis, in her prosecution of Donald Trump, is accused of giving perks to prosecutor Nathan Wade, which poses a conflict of interest. Given this man, who is not trained in this aspect of law, in her case against Donald Trump, and helping him bill Fulton County for excess of almost $1 million. When Fani Willis was brought with these charges, she blamed racism, like in this clip.
Perfect child, I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do, paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer, a superstar, I tell you. I hired one white man, brilliant, my friend, and a great lawyer. And I hired one black man, another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer. Oh Lord, they gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense. First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race card now. But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card when they only question one? Isn't it them playing the race card when they constantly think, I need someone from some other jurisdiction in some other state to tell me how to do a job I've been doing almost 30 years. God, why don't they look at themselves and just be honest? I mean, can't they keep it 100 with themselves? Come on. Why are they so surprised that a diverse team that I assembled, your child, can accomplish extraordinary things? God, wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years, run a private practice more than 20, represented businesses in civil litigation. I ain't done, y'all. Served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense lawyer, special assistant attorney general, won Chief Justice Robert Benham Award from the State Bar of Georgia. You know, they ain't just giving this to black men. How come, God, the same black man I hired was acceptable when a Republican in another county hired him and paid him twice the rate? Come on. Oh, y'all ain't hear me.
Now, all of this was the white man is trying to hold me back. They are hating on me. They are doing this and that to me, all of which is to me. And you heard all of that, and those liberals were there. They're clapping. And, I've talked to Brother George about this in great detail. And one of the things that I talked to Brother George about, and we disagreed on this to a certain degree, was, hey, Fani Willis is black. We need to support Fani Willis because, the Caucasians are also doing things that are very similar, and they don't come out against their people, which, it's not true because to a certain degree they do. But I get what he's saying. We need to have some racial solidarity. I understand that point of staying on code, right? And I know some people are just so quick to tear a black person down for reasons that don't need to be there. And I get that. Fani Willis has to understand, you are in public office. Nobody asked you to be in public office. You know that this is a conflict of interest. Now you're admitting to this, but you're saying it had no bearing on what happened with the Trump thing. Clearly it did, because you appointed the man as a part of the case so that he can get the money. And the man was married. Now, if you had did this with this guy and he was not involved in the case, then nobody could say anything about it. Nobody would be able to comment on it because, quite frankly, it wouldn't have been anybody's business of who you're dealing with. You're just happening to be with somebody that's also probably a lawyer, But because this person benefits from your relationship, we have to say at some point, yes, you have something to do with it, for sure. All right? This is something that you are doing and you are responsible for doing. Although you don't want to take any responsibility for it, whose fault is that? All right? Let us now move to the next thing. The next thing is, where is the accountability? Again, whenever we're dealing with black issues, we're dealing with the black community, and we're dealing with what black people should be doing and what they say they're going to do, they always have excuses as to why they cannot do what it is that they said that they would do. There's always a problem. And then we tend to give these people excuses because they are black. What happens is it ends up, listen to what I'm saying, biting black people. Because look at Tiffany Henyard. If you're going to say that we ought to stay on code because of Tiffany Henyard, let's say I agree with you. What will that mean? What will that entail? To me, that will mean that because of us staying on code with her, what she's going to do is take up the anger and animosity towards blacks. Because once you say, like, oh, yeah, sister, we're with you. Want to know who it comes back and bites? It bites black people in the ass. We are the ones who suffer at the hands of the buffoonery. It's us. We pay a big price for that. The black community pays a large price for the buffoonery. We pay that. Whenever we say that Fani Willis is okay, well, what happens is Fani Willis starts, well, if they're going to keep electing me for doing this, well, what reason do I have to stop? Then the corruption will get bigger. Let me tell you this. I had an employee I caught stealing from me, okay? I caught the person stealing, and what I did was I knew the person was stealing, but the person was profitable. So because the person was profitable, I made a decision to talk to the person and say, listen, if you do it again, you're fired. Okay? You're fired. What happened? Well, they kept on doing it more. They even got more emboldened. They got more brave. Of course, said all the nice things. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I will never do it. No, but they kept doing it. They got even more crazy. Their scamming became even more evident. All right? And the people that suffered the most were those in the business, those in the company. We suffered. The person started taking out their animosity on the business. So what they were just doing to the company started happening to individuals in the company. And you want to know who was to blame for that? Me. I got them out of here. That person begged to come back. That person cried. That person ended up almost going homeless. You know what? No sympathy for that. That person had to be taught a lesson that when it comes to disrespecting the community and the people that you help serve, you don't have respect, get them out. What we're telling Tiffany Henyard and Fani Willis is that we don't care about the community. We don't care if people respect it. We don't have any rules. Do whatever you want to do. And when you decide you want to do it, we'll deal with it because we're stupid. We have zero standards in Black America. We don't care about anything about us or ourselves, and we are individuals that should not be taken largely seriously. That's all we're saying. We're not saying anything else but that. We're not serious. We're joking. We're playing around, and we're somebody out there not to be taken seriously. That's all we're saying. And we say it a lot, by the way. Same thing with politicians anywhere in the world where blacks are at. You keep letting them do corrupt stuff, they keep doing it more. So I say, let her suffer. So the next person that knows you shouldn't do that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Could you for all you do, scrape the bell? We're out.